Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. Y'all know what type of time we on. We here with a special edition, Sports Takes Daily. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Il Brown, bringing you the latest hot takes and all of that. Shout out to our sponsors, Vegan Air Brand and Adam Alkaline Water. You see it in the lower left-hand corner of the layout. Do your Googles. Get you the best alkaline water smoking. No debate, no cap. Anyway, what's good out there? Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. We live and direct, man. We got a real polarizing and dope topic today. We're gonna switch it up. I know it's football season, the playoffs in full swing, the NBA is lit, but this Chicago, baby. And there's always been an ongoing argument. Who the best players to ever lace them up from the soil? And we talking whole Chicago land, South Burbs, West Burbs. Eh, I ain't. If you super close to St. Louis, I'm counting you as St. Louis. Like if you from East St. and all that, like cats like Darius Miles and y'all in the St. Louis area, in my opinion. So this for the up north folks. You know what I'm saying? Chicagoland area. You know what I mean? Man, this list was a lot tougher to put together than you guys think. Trust me, a whole lot tougher. Do not get it twisted. And I was checking on the chat real quick, my bad. But do not get it twisted. This was a very tough list to put together. Let's go over the criteria for the list, man. You definitely want to tap in for this show, man. Tag your people in the comments. Get in here. Let's debate. Let's chop it up. I know a lot of people that follow the channel and watch have extensive knowledge of Chicago area basketball. And you know what I'm saying? This should get real spicy in the chat. This should get shared a lot. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tag all the hoops royalty that's on our friends list and all of that stuff, social media wide, man. Because this one here is gonna ruffle some feathers, I believe. But I think we got a solid list, man. We did a lot of research and the criteria. You know what I'm saying? I think our list, will stand up against, a lot of publications, a lot of sports outlets. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, we gonna get into it, man. No, the wrong one. Ill, get the buttons together, man. Get the sound buttons together, man. Yeah, we gonna get into this, man. So without further ado, today's show is about none other than the top 25 Chicago area hoopers. In no particular order. Hear me out. In no particular order. Okay? Argue with your mama and them. In no particular order. Top 25 Chicago area hoopers of all time. Let's go over the criteria for today's content and show, all right? Impact in the city and the state. Impact in the barbershops, of course. Impact in the NBA. Impact in college. Impact in high school. Urban legend. Folklore. All of that factors in to the criteria. Oh, and of course, actually talking to a lot of the hoopers on the list throughout, the course of my existence. And, through a lot of friends and homies who have laced them up with some of the best of them. Shout out to everybody on the list. Shout out to everybody who has put in that work for the soil and been a part of this beautiful thing called, Chicago basketball, man. I put us up against anybody. New York, LA, go get them. Whoever you want. New York could be kind of tough though. New York got some dogs, and don't claim Michael Jordan. New York, he did his damage in North Carolina. So yeah, this is a special show today. Y'all want to go ahead and get the tag in your people. Get in here. This one is gonna be one of the best episodes. And let me check my stream, of course. You know what I'm saying? We live and direct. But without further ado, let's get into it. And if I leave somebody out, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. If y'all feel like, hey, ill, man, I ain't rocking with your list, yo. Put it in the comments. So at the end of it, I'll put the entire copy and paste the entire list and drop it in the comments in no particular order. Okay. Let's not, hey, let's nip that in the bud right now. In no particular order. All right. So let's kick this thing off. I got it running 1 through 25, but like I said, it's in no particular order, just as it was coming to mind. And as I was doing the research, I just jotted them down because it would be extremely hard to put it in a particular order. So, the fun in it is letting you guys debate that. And, we go back and forth and whatnot. So, without further ado, let's get it cracking. Let's get it bracking. All of that stuff. Argue with your mama whether it should be bracking or cracking. I don't care. Anyway, let's kick this shit off, man. You all ready? Let's go. Top 25 Chicago area hoopers of all time in no particular order. Brought to you by the good folks, Similar Rivalry Sports Take Daily Show. Let's get it, man. Number 1, you already know who it is. Derek Martell Rose, man. What more can I say? 3 state titles, youngest MVP ever in the NBA, had the whole city in the chokehold, still does. Chicago favorite son. I don't think this one should be up for debate. Number 1, and I'm going to drop him in the chat as I go. In no particular order, I'll just drop the whole list in the chat at the end, like I said. But in no particular order, we got number 1, Derrick Rose, man. Like I just explained, for the people in the back, 3-time state championships. You know what I'm saying? 3-time state champ. Youngest MVP ever. Drafted number 1 overall by his hometown team, Chicago Bulls. And you know how much that means to us here. Chicago's favorite son, Derek Martell Rose, or Pooh Rose, or Pooh Dini, depending on, what you know him as. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it rolling. Whew. It's a high list. So we got D Rose, of course, coming in at number 1. But like I said, it's in no particular order. But we kicking it off with D Rose. Next on the list, none other than the Chicago feather ruffler, the habitual line stepper when it comes to Big Mike Jordan. Zeke, baby. Isaiah Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Jing Pingator's finest pupil. You know what I'm saying? State champ. 2-time back-to-back NBA champion. That must be a package. 2-time back-to-back NBA champion. You already know how he coming. Part of the bad boy Pistons, man. You know the chokehold they had on the league, man. Isaiah Thomas, man. You already know. West Side. You know what I'm saying? He part of the Uncle Remus tribe. You know what I'm saying? Out West 290. 290's finest, man. Isaiah Thomas. Number 11. Y'all know where he coming, man. No particular order. Let's keep going. Now, this next name on the list, really polarizing figure here. If you had the luxury like I did, and I was a young dude, but still, hey man, I know what my eyes were seeing. And due to some unforeseen circumstances, we never really got to realize his total potential. But when it comes to the Illinois basketball high school hoop scene, Ronnie Fields was must see in person, on TV, however you could see him. Ronnie Fields. I've never seen someone jump higher in my life in a high school basketball game. Dude was doing dunk contest stuff in game. It was unbelievable. Ronnie Fields, Farragut High School. Uh, had some unfortunate circumstances happen where he was in a car accident, and he was never the same after that. But you talking about a super blue chip prospect that, along with the next name, well, not the next name, is coming up, but along with his high school teammate that had the city in a chokehold for 2 years, man, Ronnie Fields was must see TV, must see in person. I don't think anybody who's followed the Chicago, Illinois area, you know what I'm saying, basketball scene would disagree, man. If you've seen Ronnie Fields hoop in person, you knew what it was. Dude was unbelievable. Let's keep it rolling. Next on the list, there's not too many people in Illinois basketball high school history that accomplished what this next name on the list accomplished. 4-time state champs, 4 in a row. Sonny son, man. Jabari Parker. Top 5 draft pick. Injuries kind of derailed his career in the league a little bit. But, man, I don't think y'all understand how hard it is to win 4 straight state chips. And you coming out of the public league where ain't nothing but dogs. So, hey, let's give Jabari Parker his flowers. Let's give his pops his flowers. Sonny Parker's son, man. Everybody knows Sonny. And I don't think anybody could argue with Jabari Parker's impact at Simeon Academy. Now, as you can see, that's already 2 Simeon guys in the top 25 in no particular order. Listen, in no particular order, okay? Excuse me. Let's keep going. Number 5 on the list. This is kind of polarizing because a lot of people going to be like, well, he from the crib. Hey, man, do the Vice Lord. So that make you from the crib no matter what. And we all seen this next dude put in hella work. KG, Kevin Garnett. You know what I'm saying? Farragut Academy. Him and Ronnie Fields was running it up. If you got a chance to see them dudes in person, it was a sight to see in high school, man. It was like men amongst boys. Crazy to see that level of talent in high school. Kevin Garnett, Ronnie Fields, teammates. Of course, you know what Kevin Garnett means to basketball as a whole. One of the greatest to ever do it. Top 75. I mean, come on, man. KG, you know what I'm saying? Out west again, 290 represent. Kevin Garnett, man. I don't think we got no arguments there. Next name on the list. Spent a little time in the city. But he claims from Robbins, Illinois. None other than Dwayne Wade, man. Flash. 3-time NBA champion. Dog at Marquette. Kind of a late bloomer in the pantheon of things as far as Illinois high school hoops goes. But the way his career panned out, I mean, he's got to be on the list. He's got to be on the list. Overall, his contributions to the scene and to this beautiful thing, this culture we call Illinois high school hoops, and just, you know, his overall impact, I don't think I'll get no arguments there. Dwayne Wade has got to be on your list. He got to. He has to be on your list. Let's keep powering through, man. Next person on this list, teammate of another player on this list, part of the Bad Boy Pistons. Here we go again. Right now, West Side represent. West Side getting the money right now. What's going on? 290 again in the building. Mark Aguirre, Westinghouse High School. I don't think there's no debates there. His impact at Westinghouse and what he was doing in the NBA with the Mavericks, with the Pistons. And if you've seen him play, a lot of the old heads, you know, that was a little before my time, but I trust my sources, and they tell me Mark Aguirre was like that in high school, and I seen him put in work in the pros. So Mark Aguirre, he should be on your list as well, in no particular order. Don't get that twisted, all right? All right, next on the list, Carver High School, Tim Hardaway. Mr. UTEP two-step himself, inventor of the killer crossover. This dude helped change the way point guards handle the rock. Tim Hardaway, man. I mean, from the shoes to the high school career to the pro career, the wars he had with the Bulls. Of course, he's part of Run TMC. Come on, man. Tim Hardaway, man. How could you not have him on your list? You know what I'm saying? Give him the 1-2. Huh. Come on. That alone get him on your list, man. If you seen that in person and you had to ice your ankles from that in person, I don't think you have a problem with Tim Hardaway being on this list. Next man, one of the Catholic League's finest, Mount Carmel High School alum, Twan Walker, employee number 8, baby. You saw the work he was putting in with the Celtics. And if you played in the Catholic League in the Chi, shout out to the homies, Britt Booker, Rico Hill, all honorable mentions on this list. His teammate, Donovan McNabb. Shout out to the Bigs and Eugene McIntosh, who was also a teammate of Twan at Mount Carmel. Y'all seen the work he put in high school, and y'all seen the work he put in the pros. One of the most versatile dudes is 6'8", 6'9" you will ever see. Lace him up. Antoine Walker definitely should be on your list. In no particular order. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll do one in order one day. But right now, it's just about it's so many. Like, a lot of y'all don't know. Craig Hodges played at Rich East. Jeff Hornacek from the Soil. Dave Course. I mean, we got guys, man. Dudes that you watch, you probably didn't even have no idea they was from the area. Them dudes from the Soil, man. So let's keep going, man. We at number 10 on the list. So we making, you know what I'm saying? We making good progress on the list. We're at number 10 right now. And I had the luxury of seeing this cat right here up close all the way from elementary school. You hear me? Quentin Richardson, Whistler Warrior, Wild Hunted's finest, Whitney Young, state champion, NBA three-point champion, certified dog, stayed home, put on for the city, went to DePaul, brought all the homies with him. Shout out to Lance, shout out to Amari Sawyer and all them guys. Paul McPherson too, no doubt. But Quentin Richardson got to be on your list. That 98 Whitney Young team, one of the best ever in the state of Illinois high school basketball. If you know, you know. Shout out to Q Rich, man. All right, next. Let's hit out. Let's go back out west, but a little further west. We're going to go out here to, Maywood, Bellwood represent. You know what I'm saying? Proviso East High School's finest, Michael Finley. Mike Finley had the league. He left his imprint on the league. And y'all know the work he was putting in at Proviso East in high school, man. You can't mention top high school Illinois basketball players without mentioning Michael Finley's name. And that's fact, no cap. So we going to keep it going, man. Shout out to Michael Finley. Y'all know the work he was putting in for the Mavericks. Shout out to Michael Finley. All right, the OG's OG is up next on my list. This is it's not for debate. His impact just for basketball as a whole, and he from the Soil, and he dominated high school and the pros. OG's OG, George Mikan. That's for the historians out there. George Mikan, one of the best to lace him up all levels of basketball, and one of the big reasons why we love the sport now. So if you don't know who George Mikan is, go do your Googles, go do your homework. He deserves to be on not only our list here, top 25 Illinois, Chicago area hoopers of all time or whatever. This dude should be in your top 100 hoopers ever, period. George Mikan, man. Enough respect. All right, let's keep it moving. Ooh, next. Let's go to the South Burbs real quick, man. And if you was a fly in the Illini, fan like I was growing up, how can this next dude not be on your list? You watch him every night on the Bulls post game. One of the most athletic dudes, one of the most tenacious defenders. Put the South Burbs, helped put the South Burb hoop scene on the map in the 90s, of course. Y'all already know who it is. Kendall Gill. Rich South High School, man. Richton Park's finest. Y'all know the vibes, man. KG was a dog. Can't debate his pro career either. He was a dog for the Charlotte Hornets and New Jersey Nets. I mean, Kendall Gill, man. I don't think y'all can argue with that. Next on the list, in no particular order, of course, TC, man. TC. If you know, you know. Terry Cummins had the Illinois high school basketball scene in the chokehold. His people from around the way, and I used to, even as a shorty, I used to be hooping with his son. And everywhere you went, Terry Cummins, Terry Cummins. Oh, man, he was amazing. He was amazing. Got to the pros. He was amazing in the pros. Terry Cummins and high school basketball in Illinois, synonymous. Can't mention one without the other. He deserves to be in the combination. Conversation. Combination. What am I talking about? Anyway, man, we are more than halfway through the list. More than halfway through the list, man. It's 2:00. A lot of y'all should be getting back from lunch. A lot of y'all on social media talking nonsense. Anyway, tap in, man. I want to know what y'all think. Rewatch the show if you missed it. Drop them in the comments. I want to know, what's your list? I'm going to put the list in the comments once we wrap up today. But I want to know how y'all list looks. And we can argue about it and debate in the comments, man. Let's get it. Where I was at. Okay. Next on the list. Man. So much impact, man. Chicago Vocational High School's on. Juwan Howard. Come on, man. What more can I say? He's a member of the Fab Five. I don't got to say nothing else. He was a member of one of the most culturally impactful basketball movements ever. The reason why you wear black socks on the court. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Juwan Howard. And he was a dog in high school, no doubt. Dog in college, no doubt. Dog in the pros. Y'all seen this work with the Bullets. You know what I'm saying? And he got his chip. And he's NBA champion. What more can you say, man? And he's head coach of the University of Michigan. Just checks all the boxes, man. Nuki, for those who know. You know what I'm saying? For the people over east. You know what I mean? Past Stony Island. Juwan Howard. I don't think that's for debate. Next on the list. This one is sentimental for the whole city. You know what I mean? I mean, for basketball, period. Another Simeon Academy alum. Life and career cut short. Number one player in the nation in the 80s. And of course, he had the hoop scene in the chokehold. They was comparing him to Magic Johnson, man. None other than Ben Wilson. The reason why every player from Chicago who went to Simeon, and if they the best player, they rock that number 25. That's in honor of Ben Wilson, man. And none other than his teammate is next on the list. Nick Anderson. The reason why 25 stayed relevant and never faded into obscurity. Part of the Flying the Line Out with Kendall Gill. Certified dog in high school at Simeon. And y'all seen his work minus the free throw issues with the Orlando Magic and beyond, man. Nick Anderson, one of the coldest guards to lace him up out of the Chicago area. Enough respect, dude. I don't think he should not be on your list because he's definitely on ours. Nick Anderson, let's get it. Next guy on the list, man. He was a part of those Fenwick teams. Let's hit the Burbs. He was a part of those Fenwick teams that was giving the city teams hell in them late 90s, man. You probably remember his wars with them Whitney Young's teams in in 97, 98, 99. Excuse me, 97, 98. None other than Corey Maggette, man. Y'all know his work. He was a dog in high school, a walking bucket, a physical specimen, even in high school. Like, dude in high school looked like the Terminator. Arguably 40 plus inch vertical, just an athletic freak and an accomplished pro. Shout out to what he did for the Clippers. And he had an outstanding NBA career. Corey Maggette, Fenwick High School, man. Let's give him his flowers. If you know, you know. Man, let's keep the list going. Next dude on the list. Oh, man. Talk about late bloomers, right? This dude was a guard all the way up to summer in his junior year. And you know what I mean? Walking bucket in the pros, NBA champion for sure, NCAA champion. We talking about Anthony Davis. I mean, what more can you say? The dude is walking 25 and 10 rebounds in the pros. And barring injury, he'd be even better. So, shout out to Anthony Davis, man. I think his impact overall, if you look at guys who transition from high school to college to the pros, his ascension just kept going up. The arrow kept going up for AD. And for him being that late of a bloomer in high school, wow, look at the results in the pros and what he did in college. Just a physical freak, man, when he's able to stay healthy. I mean, man, one of the best to ever lace him up out the area. Overall impact. Anthony Street Clothes Davis. Come on, Barkley. Give him a break, man. Next on the list, we going back out west with it, man. Of course, going back to the house. You know what I'm saying? Hersey Hawkins. Y'all know his work at Westinghouse High School. You know what I'm saying? One of the few dudes that never backed down from MJ in the pros. And y'all know his work with them Seattle Sonics teams and stuff, man. Outstanding defender. And just, means a lot to the scene, man. Can't mention Illinois basketball history without talking about Hersey Hawkins, man. So we got the Hawk in there. Let's go to the South Burbs for the next one, man. Big fella. You seen him hoop in person? Like some of my OGs used to tell me about him. Man, one of the softest touches for a big dude and put, the Southeast Burbs, if that's a thing, on the map. We talking about none other than the Portland Trail Blazers' finest, Kevin Duckworth. You know what I'm saying? Big fella. We see you. We giving you your flowers, and we respect your contributions to the scene, man, to the culture that is Illinois and Chicago area high school basketball all day long. Kevin Duckworth, man. Argue with your mama. Next on the list, the notorious one. We going all the way to Peoria for this one, man. And like I said, we was going to try to keep it mostly Chicago area. But this dude game was so cocky and his name rung bells so crazy. Then he put in the work in college and had a solid pro career. We got to give him his flowers, man. His name rang bells all the way up to the shot. It's none other than Frank Nitti. Frank Williams. If you know, you know. Frank was out there putting belt to ass on the city when he was doing this thing out there at Peoria Manual, then at Illinois, then in the league, most notably for the Knicks. I don't know anybody from the land, from the soil, that ain't gonna mention Frank Williams, at least in a top 50 all-time Illinois or Chicago area. Hands down. Frank Nitti, boy. Smooth as just an assassin out there. If you know, you know. Frank Nitti was like that. So we gonna keep it going, man. You can't have a top 25 Chicago area high school basketball conversation without having at least one guy from King High School on your list. I don't care if it's Marcus Liberty. I don't care if it's Rashad Griffin. I don't care. I don't care who you, Mari Sawyer, whatever. But this is my guy. And we talking about second all time in Illinois high school basketball scoring. Dude was a walking bucket. Won 90% of his games in high school. I mean, if you ain't got Jamie Brandon on your list, don't even holler at me, man. Those that know. Jamie Brandon was a problem. In high school, had to seen in the chokehold, man. Illinois Mr. Basketball by the widest margin in the history of the state. Hands down. Jamie Brandon should be on your list. Don't really know how far his career, ascended after that. But in high school, he had to seen in the chokehold, man. And he gets his flowers from us. Jamie Brandon, if you know, you know. Next on the list, we going back out to Dalton. Thornridge Thunderbird High School, along with Kevin Duckworth. You know what I'm saying? A little bit before Kevin Duckworth's time. But he was the first dude to put, Dalton hoops on the map. None other than Quinn Buckner. If you don't know who Quinn Buckner is, go do your homework. Definitely go do your homework. And then argue with your mama afterwards, because Quinn Buckner was a beast. High school and in the pros. Definitely means a lot to the culture, to the scene. You already know what it is, man. So, to round out our list, in no particular order, and this is a dude that you just keep seeing excel at all levels of the whole pantheon of hoops, man. Maurice Cheeks, man. What can I say? He was a dog in high school, here in the Chicagoland area. Y'all know his work for the Philadelphia 76ers and has always been a hell of a coach and one of the most tenacious defenders, man. One of the top 10 steals leaders in NBA history. Maurice Cheeks, man. Can't mention his name in Chicago hoops and leave one or the other out. So that's the list, man. That's 25. There's a lot of honorable mentions. Whole lot of honorable mentions. And we could talk about this all day for real. But in the whole pantheon of things, man, it'll be hard for you to put together a list of 25 that could beat this. It might be shuffled a little different, your list. But let's get this in here, man. In no particular order, okay? And I think I'm gonna have to let's get that in there. In no particular order, okay? Here's the list. Bam. Get that in there. In no particular order, okay? Let me see. Is that too long? Okay, having an issue getting that comment in there. So I'll go in there and post a comment manually. Don't worry about it. It'll definitely be in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's that, man. So let's run through the list real quick without all of the, the extra, all the extra analysis and the reasons why these guys is on there. You know what I mean? Rewatch the show. Understand there's definitely a criteria to it. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna run through the list again from top to bottom. Got Derrick Rose, Isaiah Thomas, Ronnie Fields, Jabari Parker, Kevin Garnett, Dwayne Wade, Mark Aguirre, Tim Hardaway, Antoine Walker, Quentin Richardson, Michael Finley, George Mikan, Kendall Gill, Terry Cummings, Juwan Howard, Ben Wilson, Nick Anderson, Corey Maggette, Anthony Davis, Hersey Hawkins, Kevin Duckworth, Frank Williams, Jamie Brandon, Quinn Buckner, and Maurice Cheeks, man. I'm going to go ahead and leave this in the comments. Y'all go ahead and let's make it fun, man. Let's debate. Let's like, comment, and share this video. And let's turn up, man. So, man, it's been a blast, man. Hosting a new show, Sports Takes Daily. We live every day, man, Monday through Friday, and we're doing specialty shows on the weekends, man. So I will be back tomorrow, and I will be back as well on Sunday, and we're gonna cover the NFL playoff results and whatever big games are going on in the association. Maybe cover a couple of trade rumors. Got the trade deadline coming. Tuesday night on the 2 Cent Show, man. Tap in with us. Looking like we're gonna be able to have T Red and Valus Winding on deck. So Tuesday we're gonna tap in for the trade deadline. NBA hot takes. You know how we do it. So be on the lookout for the My 2 Cent Show. Powered by Sibling Rivalry Sports, man. And man, hop back in the comments. I'm about to post a list. Let's get some good debates going. Let's get some good arguments going, man. This is a very polarizing show, and of course, we could argue about this to the end of time, man. But yep, that's our 25, man. In no particular order, the best Chicago area high school hoopers ever. Period. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, on behalf of Sibling Rivalry Sports, I'm your host of Sports Take Daily, Il Brown, and I see y'all this weekend. Got playoff football. We out of here. Peace and blessings.